It's time for Tea with Takenya. Today's tea is being brought to you by my Black Brilliant Billionaire in the Making mug, which I got from Melanin Apparel. If you don't know who I am Takenya Battle, the chief treble maker at Kenya's Keys Voice and Piano Studio, where we provide personalized piano and vocal instruction designed to help you unleash your inner superstar. And I also help private music teachers find less hustle and more harmony in their music lessons business. So let's talk about today's topic. Your values matter. And I'm speaking specifically to you private music instructors. I'm speaking to you specifically, you music educators out there. I'm specifically speaking to you, the instructors and the gatekeepers of music. I'm really talking to you today. So your values matter. There's things that happen. There are things that happen that some people are like, ooh, I don't understand why that happened. Well, it was probably either in line with somebody's values or out of line, with someone's values. But your values really, really, really do matter, because as you operate your business as a private music instructor, your values will inform all the decisions that you make. It is your values that hold true to what your beliefs are, and those beliefs lead to how you behave. So values form the thoughts. I got my notes over here. Values inform our thoughts. What in the world did I write? They inform our thoughts, words, and actions. They guide our beliefs and our behavior. And values are the things that motivate us to get up in the morning, and they give us our meaning and our purpose. And what I like about values is that they are foundational to our identity of who we are and who we are not. And a lot of what we do in business is based on our values. So here's an example of how my business is a reflection of my values. So I value my weekends. I value my weekends. So how likely are you to see me engaging in instructing a student over the weekend? Not very, because that is in alignment with my values. I'm not likely to teach on the weekend because I value my weekend time. I need that break. Here's another way my values are informing my beliefs and how I operate as a business. I have some students. I have a child, even one of my own children is LGBTQIA plus. Even one of my children is in that spectrum of identity, and I have students who are in that spectrum of identity. I am not going to turn away my child, and I'm not going to turn away a student of mine who may identify on the LGBTQIA plus spectrum of identities. I don't even know what else to call it. So that informs my personal values and are informing the way my business operates. Here's another way that my values inform how I operate in my business. When I was growing up, I did not have a piano. When, I'm taking piano lessons in 4th grade, I didn't have a piano. I'm taking lessons in the 5th grade, I didn't have a piano. I'm taking lessons in the 6th grade, I got a piano. I finally got that keyboard, right? So I have students who may not have a grand piano. I have students who may not have an instrument for a while. I have students who have practiced in the air on air piano. I have students that once I found out that they didn't have an instrument, I provided them a paper fold out. I have students who, once I found that they didn't have an instrument, I gave them an instrument. I've got tons of keyboards here. So again, this is how my values are informing the way I operate in my business. No, you feel me on that, Rhonda, right? Because sometimes we just don't know. We just don't know. And it's when we know that we take action, and that action always 9 times out of 10 is going to fall in alignment with our values. So it's really foundational to how we operate as a business. If you want to talk about who you are, if you want to talk about who you serve, if you want to talk about how you help people transform and the experience that you provide them as a music educator, as a private music studio owner, if you're always trying to figure, well, how do I get my marketing consistent and how do I find my people, my target market? It's all linked up to your values. I'm telling you. A lot of times we're in our own way because we're trying to operate outside of the alignment that are within our values. And it's okay for people to have values that are different from our own. It's okay for people to have a value that doesn't line up with what your value may be. It's fine. There's room for everybody. The world is big enough. There's not one that's better than or worse than. People are doing what works best for them. So it's okay for us to have different values. And what that does is it helps us identify ways that we can avoid misunderstanding one another. It helps us identify ways that we can still be mindful and respectful of each other. And it helps us to understand that even though someone may not be choosing my path, they're choosing the path that works best for them because they got to walk that path, not you. Your path is your own. So that's my tidbit for you guys today. This is tea. What is this? What I got today? Yeah, I got tea. Tea with Takenya. I'm a Black, brilliant billionaire in the making. Sips tea. That's actually really good. And I want to say to you again, your values matter because this is how you're going to move in your business. Once you get to the root and heart of what your values are, those things that you always say yes to, those things that you definitely say no to, those things that you hold to be true to who you are at your core, that is how your business is going to operate. And it's going to be a reflection of that. Your business will directly reflect your values. So if your business is not where you want it to be, now look, I'm not saying like, oh, if you think bad stuff will happen to you. That's not exactly what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. So if, because there was a time where my business was struggling, but I didn't see it as struggle. It just hadn't made it to like the next little checkpoint. There were times where to help my business stay afloat, what I did was I would substitute teach in the school district because I was a certified educator for forever. I would substitute teach in the school district because I knew I could still be of value in that way. So again, I'm still operating in alignment with my values, and that led to further growth in my business. So So even though things may not look like you want them to look in the moment, as long as you are operating within the values that you have at your core, your spirit isn't disturbed. You're not bothered by anything at all. And you know that the greater is coming later sometimes. Sometimes the greater comes later. You have to be patient. But again, your values inform your thoughts, words, and actions. And this is how these beliefs inform your behavior in your business. I am Takenya Battle, the chief troublemaker at Kenya's Keys Voice and Piano Studio. If you haven't booked your discovery call with me, go ahead and do so. I'm here for you, boo, so we can uncover ways for you to find less hustle and more harmony in your music lessons business. This is Tea with Takenya. I'll talk to y'all next week.